And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter.
Thaddeus Young is a left-hander out of Georgia Tech. Only played 1 year in college and has really rounded into a nice pro. He's a very unique player. He's a face-up, slashing power forward with a lightning-quick first step. And he's really hard to keep in front.
On the court for Minnesota. Martin out on the wing with Muhammad. Young is out there with Pekovic. And it's Lowry in at the point guard. Moving it up. And the dunk by Land.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
Timberwolves leading by 3. And Thaddeus Young able to outquick most of his opponents, especially Steve in transition.
Yeah, nice spin move getting to the rim and a creative finisher in close. He's got the hook, the scoop, the floater. And this guy's dangerous in a lot of different ways.
Shot clock at 6. Lowry kicks to Martin. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Their offense already flowing. Some stellar shooting while jumping out to this lead.
Well, high-quality shots, and they've been...
Let's see what you got, son.
Oh, I got plenty.
And here is Thomas. 14 points from him the last game against Golden State.
Put in a lot of good work on the boards. That helped him, too.
With 4 seconds on the clock, and that one's good. Wright's got his first 2 points of the night.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And that's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Boy, a ton of threes in that first quarter. This team really lighting it up, guys.
Yeah, it's been an onslaught from downtown.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Minnesota, Lowry in at shooting guard. Gorgie Dang is out there with Payne. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Rubio in at the 1 spot. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kevin, the Suns are the talk of the Valley, but that's not all that's going on in Phoenix. USA Basketball is building a huge new $350 million training facility here. The over 10-acre site is scheduled to open in the fall of 2015. And guys, the Suns hoping those superstar players warm up to Phoenix in their time here.
Yeah, that couldn't hurt in free agency. Thanks, Doris. Timberwolves leading by 4.
It wasn't too long ago that the Suns were selling first-round picks. Now the complete opposite. This team stacking up draft picks as they look to go young and rebuild this club.
Payne kicks to Zhang. Timberwolves passing it around. And a wide-open look here for Wiggins. Buries it from 3-point range. Wiggins has got 5.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Ennis kicks to Warren. Wright sets a screen for Warren. Ennis, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
To the left wing. Back to Rubio. There's the pass to Payne from deep. Phoenix grabs the miss. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
I didn't like the defensive game plan they had going into that one. It just seemed out of whack. The matchups were wrong, and they didn't bring the energy necessary either.
You know, it was befuddling to me why they stuck with that, Steve. I mean, they dug themselves a hole, and then they didn't make the changes they should have to get out of it. Didn't make any good adjustments there.
And Wiggins gets it to go on the assist by Rubio. That's 7 points for Andrew Wiggins. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pass to Morris. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, the Morris twins, Markeith and Marcus, drafted back-to-back with the last 2 picks of the lottery back in 2011 out of the University of Kansas. Steve, 13th and 14th overall.
Well, like a lot of twins, Kevin, they are extremely close. They live together. They even have the same tattoos. They were both thrilled when they were reunited with the Suns, and it showed on the court. They both played very well.
And Marcus Morris, originally drafted by the Rockets, his brother Markieff constantly petitions to trade for him. The Suns acquired him at the deadline back in 2013, and since they've been reunited, the Twins have taken their play to another level.
The Suns making a switch here. Dragic is checked in. Morris dishes to Dragic. Outside for Bledsoe. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Well, the Suns had the first twin teammates in NBA history back in 1976 with Tom and Dick Van Arsdale. Of course, we've seen the Collins twins, Lopez twins out of Stanford. But the Morris twins, the first ever to start an NBA game together. So they have made history.
Players in the NBA always look to compare each other, and one apt comparison that Eric Bledsoe received was mini LeBron. I mean, that's quite a high compliment, but I think it fits him.
And with Bledsoe, it was actually his teammate, Goran Dragic, who started calling him mini LeBron. The more footage you see of him, the easier it is to agree with that statement.
Lowry with the ball. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And when you talk about his scoring, Kevin, I mean, with the defense trying to pressure him, I thought he did a really nice job of getting them to overcommit, and you know, that's how he got himself to the free throw line.
You talk about that nickname for Bledsoe, Mini LeBron. And for Bledsoe, Clark, it really all comes together when you see him in the open floor. He's like a tiny runaway train, and when he gets the ball, you know it's going to be in a fast break.
Yeah, and he's really hard to slow down in the open floor, as you said, Kevin, and it's in large part due to just how strong he is for his size. More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle.
And now it's time to look at our rookie leaderboard and see which of the first-year players are tops in assists during the last month. And you look at Lowry, top 5 in the NBA, and his teammates love him.
Well, guys, if the last month is any indication, it looks to me like for a long time.
Well, hold on here. Let's put the parking brakes on this. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I mean, it's been a great month for him, but I want to see him continue to put up those kind of assist numbers. He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Timberwolves leading by 3. 1:41 left here in the second. It's stolen by Morris. Fast break, here come the Suns. Bledsoe's got the ball, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
They've been getting more and more physical as this game has gone along.
Clearly, and they've gotten a lot of trips to the line because of it here in the second quarter.
Both free throws good from Dragic. Minnesota's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Kevin Martin. Now, the last month of basketball was for him, averaging about 15 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you really can't find much fault with him as far as his performances lately.
Yeah, he's been very, very dependable, steady, doing pretty much everything they've asked of him.
Up top, Bledsoe, while recovering. It's Dragic with the drive. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. And the Suns lead by 1.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Outside Lowry. Passes to Muhammad. Back to Lowry. Clock at 6. Young inside. Morris is there. Another miss by Minnesota. For Phoenix, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Len passes to Green. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. It's Dragic with the drive. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. The Minnesota Timberwolves come into this one after the win against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And a very confident performance offensively, I think, guys. Is really how this team clicks. I mean, when they're communicating and executing, sharing the ball, they're tough to beat.
And, Steve, you got to love that kind of performance on the road. I mean, to be a great team in the NBA, you have to be able to have that kind of performance in the other team's building. Really solid.
Bledsoe outside. There's the feed to Morris. Len with it. Pekovic is there. Len, good.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
That's the end of the first half. Give it up for your Suns.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first. If we